Hello, you spicy bean. I recently got my sewing machine back. If you guys don't know, my sewing machine has not been with me for like 6 months. I've really missed it, and now that I have it back, I really want to attempt a thrift flip. Now this might become a thrift flop because I'm really not a good sewer, but I want to try anyway, see what we can create. I have a few cute things that I've picked up at the thrift store over the last year or so that I think have potential. But before we get into the thrift flip, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is one of my all-time favorite brands, Casetify. I have been a long-term customer of Casetify with my own money because I'm such a clumsy person and I need a phone case that genuinely protects my phone. I got 4 cases from them. I got this hot pink one, which is adorable. I got this pastel one. I got this black and mint smiley one, and I got this swirly one for Ethan. There you go.
Thank you very much.
All of the cases that I got are their MagSafe compatible Ultra Impact or Impact cases. The case that I'm currently using has a drop protection of 2.5 meters, so let's put it to the test. This is my phone before. We don't have any cracks or anything, and now I'm gonna stand on the toilet and drop this from up here. For their iPhone 14, they have trademarked and invented this new technology called EcoShock. These cases have a twisted design, which means that the tension is more evenly distributed throughout the phone case, preventing cracks. So these new iPhone 14 cases are up to 6 times the military standard, which is insane. This new design also provides abrasion resistance, which means that you're getting the ultimate drop cushioning. And finally, their new iPhone 14 cases are made from 65% recycled material and plant-based material. You can customize their cases, choose different colors. Honestly, the options are limitless. You guys can use my link, which is just casetify.com/Harriet scrivspo. I will have it linked down below for 15% off. And thank you so much, Casetify, for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to the thrift flip. First on the chopping block is this denim dress that I thrifted for $5, and I want to try and make this into a denim tote bag. I've never made a tote bag before, so this might be an absolute flop. Also, I haven't sewed in about 2 years, but I'm thinking it's going to be kind of easy because I already have these side seams that are already finished. So I'm thinking the tote bag is literally just going to be like giant like this, and then I can use the remaining fabric from the top part to make the straps like from each side. So I'm gonna cut this up and hopefully there'll be enough fabric. Okay, I've come across 2 problems. The first problem is that the strap, I thought I was being really smart by cutting it like over the shoulder so that I was like doubling up on the fabric, but then I realized this will be the strap. So it's only 1 piece of fabric thick, so these straps are going to be really thin and very weak. The other problem is that the tote is going to be really big if I want to use the side seams that they've already cut, and with the straps being so thin, I don't think having a big bag is going to be the right move. So I think I'm going to pivot and make it more of like a smaller shoulder bag rather than a big tote bag, because I feel like that might be fine with the thin straps and it will be able to hold the weight. That's the only thing I really care about, is that this bag is actually going to be usable. So I'm gonna just cut a smaller shape. Okay, this is the size of the bag. It's definitely more of like a, I don't know, it's halfway between a shoulder bag and a tote bag, but like, let's not get ahead of ourselves because this might end up not being a bag at all, considering my sewing skills. But anyway, I've pinned the fabric right sides together, and now I'm gonna sew on 3 sides, leaving the top of the bag open. I think that's the right thing to do. Stay tuned to find out. I literally have no idea what happened, but the rest of this footage, it's literally for the next 20 seconds, but it got corrupted and it's literally like glitching back and forth. But anyway, I sewed it right sides together, and this is me trying to show you in my glitchy form that I'm gonna sew along the bottom corners, so the 2 bottom corners, so that the bag has slightly more of like a curved bottom, like you can see in this clip. This is me showing you my stunning creation. I literally fucked up so many times on these straps that I ran out of fabric. So these are the 2 straps that I managed to make. Are they good? No. Are they the same size? No. Are they the same length? No. But I have straps now and I'm gonna finish this bag. Honestly, I was anticipating this being really easy because I've actually made a bag before and it was totally fine. But for some reason, I think it's just this denim It's like really hard to work with. It's weirdly a thin denim, but then it frays. It's like very fragile. So now I'm just sewing the straps onto the bag. The bag is done in terms of the sewing. Now is the moment of truth, where we flip this bad boy inside out and see what monstrosity I have made. Okay, do you know what? This is not bad. I thought it would be so fun if I did like a little design for the front of the bag. So I had a vision to put spicy, because if you guys don't know, I call you my spicy beans, and put it in pink on the front of the bag. But actually, when I ended up trying to heat press it on, it didn't like this fabric, but you guys are about to see what actually happened instead, and I'm so happy with it. My next victim is this blue business shirt, which is very tight fitting and just not, I would never wear it like this. And I want to make this into a cropped business shirt with like a high scoop back. So first up, I need to measure how cropped I actually want this top to be. So I've counted down 4 buttons and I'm cutting across, and spoiler alert, I actually cut it too short, so that's fun. And now I'm freehanding this scoop back. Okay, I massively fucked up again. It seems like there's a pattern here of me messing up, but anyway, I originally cut this shirt 4 buttons down, and then I was like, no, it was meant to be 3. Like when you measured it, it was definitely 3. It definitely wasn't 4. It was definitely 4. So now the shirt is very cropped, like way more cropped than I would personally like. Obviously I can still get away with it. Maybe it's kind of cool, I don't know, but this is not what I was envisioning. And then also the back is questionable as well. Yeah, I was originally gonna hem this, but it's literally so short that if I hem it, my boobs will be out. So I actually think this is just it. This is just the finished top. The back looks kind of shocking, but without a bra, it'll look much better. And do you know what? I can see myself wearing this. It's not what I wanted at all, but this is what we get. So this is the before, which is not very cute. And I do think that the after is much cuter. It is not what my vision was. The back honestly looks tragic, but from the front, it's giving Alicia Marie in Tokyo. It's giving cool girl energy, and I think it's honestly fine. Okay, this is actually a jumper that I do wear, but whenever I wear it, I find it's just too long. So what I want to do is move the band up so that it's a cropped jumper. There's a really easy way to do this, which is that you flip the jumper, the bottom of the jumper inside out, and mark where you want the new band to sit. So how cropped you want your jumper to be. So I'm just pinning that down, and then literally I just sewed across the bottom of the band, keeping in mind that when the band gets flipped down, the jumper will be a little bit longer. Now I'm cutting off the excess and flipping it down, and literally that's how easy it is. It's my favorite sewing hack. It's one that I can actually do. And here is the before, and get ready for the after, baby. This is honestly so much cuter, so much more wearable. I could have gone a little bit shorter, but I'm actually glad that I didn't, because I like this little baggy look with my baggy jeans and this slightly baggy cropped jumper. Guys, Ethan's putting in the work for this video. Rate his cinematography out of 10.
Sound effects as well.
I really want to try and make this dress into a top and skirt set. I've tried to do this multiple times before. It has worked to varying degrees, but it doesn't always look the best. But I'm just gonna try and see how we go. It's a really cute pattern. If you guys are curious, I've been listening to My Dad Wrote a Porno while I've been recording this video, while I've been sewing and stuff, and it's literally so funny. So I'm laying my dress out, and I really am a terrible sewer, so I didn't really know the best way to go about this, but I decided that just to get an idea of the length and general shape, I would kind of very loosely trace one of the skirts that I already have. So I'm just cutting this out. Once I had my fabric cut out, I decided that I did want to take the skirt in in a little bit on the sides because it was way too big for me. Even though I will be adding elastic, it was just too big. And then I cut off the excess, and now I'm measuring around my waist to see how much elastic I'll need, and I'm sewing that together so that the elastic forms a loop. With my loop of elastic, I'm pinning it to 4 sides of the skirt, so the 2 sides and then the front and back, and I'm trying to get it as even as possible. This is gonna help because when you stretch out the elastic, you need to make sure that the distribution is like even throughout the skirt. Then what I did is, while stretching out the elastic, I sewed the elastic to the skirt. I did such a bad job because when you're sewing the elastic on, you have to stretch it, and I tried really hard to map it out, but I just did a really bad job. So this part's super scrunched, but then this part isn't. But you know what? We're not perfectionists over here, so I'm literally just gonna move on because to unpick that would take so long. So now all I need to do is flip the skirt inside out and then fold it down and sew so that you can't see the elastic. So you guys just saw the skirt and I tried it on and it looks so bad. Like, I really mean so bad. I feel like I have low standards for this stuff, and even I was like, this is tragic. So I'm literally seam ripping the whole thing. I found my seam ripper, thank God, and I'm gonna redo the skirt because it has the potential to be so cute, and I am definitely still learning, so I feel like redoing it is the right thing to do, even though that's literally so frustrating because that was 2.5 hours of my life. Unfortunately for me, I rinsed and repeated every step that I did the first time, but I just made sure to do it way better and learn from my mistakes. And as grueling as it was, I did learn. Okay guys, I have completed step number 1, which is sewing in the elastic, and I did a much better job this time. It turns out that you really do have to be very intentional with like stretching out the elastic. So this is what it currently looks like. It's not like incredible, but I definitely did a much better job. And now all that I have to do is fold it in like this and sew on the inside. So I'm just folding it over and sewing here. Thankfully, the skirt actually turned out okay. I'm so grateful that I stuck through and I ended up unsewing it and resewing it because I do think that made a world of difference, but it's still like very average compared to other people's clothes, but it's very good for my skill level. So I'm really happy with that. The only thing left for me to do is do the tank top. Now, I have had many different ideas for this, but I think what I'm gonna go for, and this might be way too complicated for like my skill level because I really can't even sew in a straight line at this point, but I wanted to kind of look between these 2 tops. This top, by the way, was hand sewn by one of you guys, one of my subscribers. She has her own business. I'll link it down below. She's insane. But basically, I want this singlet to be like open at the front, but not as extreme as this top. And I want it to be attached by like a bow. I don't know, this is probably the dumbest idea. I probably should just crop this, cinch it in with some elastic and call it a day. But I really do want to try and make this work. So pray for me, and good luck to voiceover Harriet having to explain what I'm about to do, because I have no idea. Yeah, thanks a lot, you bitch. Anyway, I thought the right thing to do would be to take in the sides, so pin it and then sew so that it actually fits. Okay guys, I've just tried on the top. I was thinking, I actually think it would just be kind of cute if I just did crop it and put elastic at the bottom. I just feel like I risk like ruining the bow and everything if I cut it down the middle, and I really do like this outfit, so sometimes you just need to like know what your capabilities are and stick within them. I'm gonna practice my sewing so that for the next thrift flip we have some more exciting pieces, but I just think this is gonna be way more wearable if I just do what I was originally planning. Okay, I was trying something crazy and I was gonna do one of those little tops. I'll put a photo up on the screen where you have like 3 little ruffles in the front. It just isn't it. Like, it just isn't right. So I'm just gonna have to pivot and go back to my original idea, which is just literally a crop top. And I'm back with my seam ripper, ripping out everything I've just done because it wasn't that good. And I truly, at this point, was like beating myself up so much, which is so hilarious to look back on, because why do I care so much? Like, I never pretended to be a good sewer, so it's honestly just so silly. But I really did just want this to go well so that you guys would be proud of me, but we can't always win, you know? Once I seam ripped, I tried to take in the boob region because I am notoriously flat-chested, and I didn't end up Googling how to do this. I just winged it, which was another huge mistake. And then I'm hemming the bottom of the top. Somehow I failed even the most basic task. I just tried on this top and it's literally so bad. Like, I can't even begin to tell you all of the problems with it. The first problem is these like darts that I did in the boob look terrible. The hemming down the bottom is so wonky. It's literally just so bad. So I'm gonna have to sleep on this and see if I can salvage it. Okay, it's a new day. I've slept on it and I've tried on the top. The only problem really is that these side bits are like curving out. So my last attempt at making this top cute is just literally pinning these and sewing down. Let's go to the machine and try and salvage this. So as I said, I just sewed like diagonally down the bottom of the shirt because I thought that that was kind of the right way to tailor it. Looking back, I probably should have researched this a little bit better as well, but it did end up actually working. It's definitely not as cute as I thought it would be. I'm not the most proud of this piece, but I tried my best. A for effort. This outfit honestly looks fine with a big jacket. I would be so happy to wear it out, but unfortunately it's not cute enough to wear out on its own. But I have learned so many lessons from doing this, and I'm so excited to try and make a two-piece set again because I do think I could do it a lot better this time. I'm sure that you guys could tell, but for some reason I was being so hard on myself throughout this entire video because I had this vision and I wanted the things that I made to be like not even perfect, but just really cute and actually really wearable for me because I never want to waste anything. And I literally at one point was like, I just want to scrap it, like everything's crap. But obviously everything is not crap. Like, a lot of the things I made I actually think are really cute. And also I think it's so important to share the journey of something. If everyone only posted, you know, a YouTube video or whatever of a skill that they were great at, then everyone else would feel really intimidated to like try it or something. And I'm not perfect at anything and I'm a really bad sewer, but that means that there's so much room for growth. I feel like I learned so much during this video, parts of sewing that I really want to learn and upskill. And if I hadn't done this and tried, then obviously I wouldn't have learned those lessons. So even though this is definitely not some crazy, amazing thrift flip, I still really wanted to post it because I think it's really important for me to grow on this channel, and hopefully in a year's time we can all look back on this video and be like, oh, she's come so far with her sewing. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks again to Casetify for sponsoring, and I will see you guys next week. I love you so much.